Welcome to Wilderness News 101. My name is Bella, and we have some important news about a boy named Brian and how his whole life changed in just a few seconds. Now let's get with Kaylee about how the story started.
Hi, I'm Kaylee, and I am here to talk to you about the plane crash. The plane crashed because Brian had to land it before it ran out of fuel, and the pilot couldn't help because he was dead. So Brian had to make the plane go to the ground. So enjoy the rest of the video. Now on to Kira about how it all began.
Hi, I'm Kira, and I'm here to talk to you about Brian and how his whole life changed so fast. As any other child, he had a pretty normal life. But when his parents got a divorce, he had to fly to his dad's every summer. On the way there, the pilot had a severe heart attack. He had no help, so Brian had to see him die. Because Brian was very scared, once he found out that he was dead, Brian had to steer the plane by himself. He had landed in an L-shaped lake. He had survived, but the pilot sadly had not. Brian had not learned much about the wilderness, but he had to start somewhere. Now on to Kaylee about when Brian was getting food and a wild animal came.
Hi, I'm Kaylee, and after the plane crash, Brian had apparently made himself a little shack, and he had lived there for more than a couple of days. He was living off just berries. When Brian was eating berries, he saw a big bear right in front of him. That was trying to hurt him, but the bear just wanted to take berries from the pile, and he did not want to attack Brian. But Brian didn't know this at the time, so he was really scared and didn't know what was going to happen. Now on to Bella about some food he found outside his hut.
Brian had heard something outside. He thought it was just a normal animal, but when he went out in the morning and on the sand, he found some eggs. At first he didn't know what type of eggs they were, but then he realized that they were turtle eggs. Brian didn't want to eat them because they looked gross and it was just from a turtle. But Brian didn't really care anymore because at this point, if he didn't eat them, he would probably starve and he wouldn't have any other food to eat. So he had to eat them. He ended up eating 2 eggs. He thought they were okay, but he couldn't eat them all because he didn't know how many more days he would be out there. Now on to Kira about how a skunk snuck into his hut.
The next day, Brian had woke up and heard something moving around outside his little hut. Then he looked and found out it was a skunk. Then he tried to make the skunk go away. It got really mad because he had thrown sand at it. It got so mad, it sprayed Brian in the face. And as soon as the spray hit Brian's face, he ran to the lake and started splashing his face back and forth. And he had to do it a lot of times to get the spray out of his eyes. This is the Amber Alert that went out when Brian went missing.
Wednesday, 2:36 in the afternoon, a kid named Brian went missing while he was flying to his father's house for the summer. And no one knows where he is. Some people think he is in the woods, but no one knows if he actually is or not. He might be alive or he might be dead. But if you have any information about it, please contact us immediately. Thank you for listening.
You have already got the notification about this. On Wednesday at 2:36, some people contacted us but didn't give us the correct information that we needed. So that didn't help us at all. There was one more thing that was very important. Brian had woken up to wind and rain. When he went out, there was a big tornado, and he had to run. Brian was so scared, he had nowhere to go. At this moment, he had to be brave. Back onto Bella.
And this was the plane that looked like when we found Brian. It was pretty tragic crash and probably very scary to go through. Thank you for watching Wilderness News 101.